I like how our names rhyme. That's
You guys, this double channel of a thing is just very crazy. I can't be the only one that thinks that it is overwhelming. You be on one channel, before you know, you hear that on the other one there's basketballs and they are about to remove somebody's wig. You jump there, before you know, you hear that the other one they are playing love. Like, you just be jumping from one half gist to the other. It's an interesting dynamics here, but I feel like we're going to miss out on a lot. The whole double channel thing is more interesting when it's one house and then you're just having different angles of one house, not two entirely different set of people in different houses. Like, it's just a lot. We'll soon have Team Banana Island and Team Trenches. So welcome back to my channel, guys. If you are new here, please go to subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So let's talk about all the things that happened last night, or all the things I was able to grasp from the happenings last night. As usual, when the housemates come in, there's going to be like introductions and all. For the Banana Island, let's just call the house 2 the new house Banana Island, because, you know, obviously it looks way better. So for the Banana Island house, Hermes took the most time when he was doing his introduction, because he was trying to explain how he was in a relationship with 2 women, or as praise will call it, in a 2-way relationship. So and you know, the housemates were curious, like, how are you able to manage this, how this, that. So he spent the most time, and then others too. The introduction was just very long. I was like, ha, these Banana Island people, they like taco. And then it was also very, very noisy. The first one, I think, was a little bit more organized, and then people were allowed to talk. But you guys, last night we were already having some interesting dynamics in the Banana Island house. Apparently SHEGGZ was, I would say SHEGGZ was onto Bella. You guys, they went in to cook together. They went into the kitchen to cook Indomie together, and it was almost like, what's going on here? The next thing you see, SHEGGZ feeding Bella munchies, and then from there they were just going around the kitchen together. People on the TL or on Twitter were already like going crazy, because they started shipping them even before they got in. You guys know that there was the list of housemates that were going in leaked, so they're already shipping them. And then to see that it looks like something is going on here, people are already going crazy on the TL, and they've literally started shipping them, like, genuinely. But for SHEGGZ, he also spent some time with the other ladies. He was with Chichi and Chomzy in the room at a point. He spent like a good time with them. It's almost looking like SHEGGZ, that's SHEGGZ a shower day small. He's giving like, I would say he's giving like Kidwaya vibes. You guys know that Kidwaya was like a ladies man. He was like, you know, going around. And then this whole SHEGGZ and Bella, we have one guy that has like the accent, the London accent, and then we have the other lady. So it's almost looking like the same kind of dynamics here. And people are already like comparing both of them. They showed where Kidwaya was feeding Erica at, like, I think towards the beginning, and then they showed where SHEGGZ was feeding Bella, and they're like, no, this ship abort mission. So you guys, the early signs are there. If you decide to ship, you are still shipping at your own risk. And I just said, let me drop that one. So yeah, at this point I had to switch to the Trenches zone, because I heard that that's where things were happening. So apparently, okay, let me just start by talking about the dynamics between Beauty and Groovy. So it turns out that Beauty and Groovy, it's like there's a ship happening there, or in fact they're already having relationship problems, and the ship hasn't even started sailing yet. Earlier on, we had like Beauty and Groovy just having a conversation, and Beauty was kind of telling Groovy to like, more like there are other ladies in the house that would want to know him and all that he should like free himself and not be trying to maybe guard her.
I like how our names rhyme.
The other girls in the house, I want to get to know you. I know what I'm saying.
Apparently she was like, Groovy is always like trying to mark her, and then maybe trying to monitor the alcohol intake, the amount of alcohol that she's taking and all. So she just told him that he should just like, you know, take it easy. And then later on, now we had what they call it, we had Beauty talking about the fact that she was cold. She now adjusted, she moved closer to Groovy, and then Groovy was trying to get her to cover up fully. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Like, what's happening here? So that's like the beginning of that their talk. Then there was like a basketballs, or it did not really go far. It didn't really escalate like that, but there was like this small ginger between Beauty and Daniella. And the reason it didn't escalate, I feel like, is because Daniella, you know, went in for a hug. So what happened between Beauty and Daniella? Apparently, you know, we're getting this thing half and half gist, but from what I heard, Brian and Daniella, I think they were gisting and just laughing, and Beauty now said, I can see you guys, and you know, he was just referring to them that she can see them, and the whole situation just seemed like, oh, Daniella and Brian, they were laughing at Beauty, right? So the thing just escalated to something sort of like, okay, I don't have a problem with you, you have a problem with me, da 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 da. That's basically what I was able to get from the gist. But with time, we would get to know more about what's happening there, because there's been a lot of tension even from yesterday. We're watching them to see what's going on with them there. But I think that Daniella and Beauty's friendship is going to be toxic. They should just avoid anything close. They should just be, you know, cordial with each other. Then I will not say they played through their game, because nobody did any reasonable dare. They were just refusing the dares. When they dared them, they said they will not do. They dared Saif to, you know, pick any lady and kiss. He picked Fina, and Fina said she was not going to do, you know, which is fine. But there was no punishment for the person that said they will not do. They say, okay, it's the person that has the dare that would serve punishment. But if the person refuses, then there's no punishment, which I didn't think made sense, because obviously, like, it's just be easy to refuse. I don't want to do, and I don't have any punishment. Then they also dared Groovy to kiss Beauty. No, they dared Beauty to kiss Groovy, and then Groovy declined. And that's the one that got me like, hey?
For 10 seconds. So with his consent though. I refuse. That works.
And that's it. You refuse. So something else.
What's happening here? I thought you guys were already doing shipping things earlier on. Why is there now a no in this situation? Because even when they ask the question of kiss, marry, or knock, something like that, they picked each other, right? So I'm like, okay, so now they say people should do what you said you would probably do, and then, you know, that there was a refusal. So I don't know. The whole thing now caused wahala between both of them. Beauty went to sleep, and then Groovy went to have a conversation with her. And he was now talking about the fact that it's early days, they're still there. It's just like, it's even less than 2 days, and then, you know, this whole thing is happening, and she's taking things this way.
It's not 48 hours and you already feel like this.
I'm not feeling like anything. I'm not feeling like anything. Oh my god.
See, I feel like it's too early for this, to be honest.
I know.
It's way too early for this.
I know I could be cranky for other things.
Beauty was just talking about the fact that the entire experience has been somehow. So, you know, you should not take it that it's just because of that, or it's because of what happened that she's feeling this way. Then at some point, she was not telling Groovy that she's seen that she's going to cause problems for him in this house, and she doesn't want that. He was asking her, so what's the solution? She doesn't know. And then this was already having relationship problems when there's no even, as in, nothing does start.
I can see that I will sort of cause you some problems. I don't want that.
So what do you think is the solution?
I don't know.
Groovy was now asking her that whether should he back off, and Beauty was trying to explain to him that that's not the case. That's not what they're about there. The later she was all like, yes, that more like he should back off. They now ended up just staring at each other there, like, okay, is that what it is now? Is this what's going to happen with us now? The dynamics yesterday, or the conversation yesterday, was just like, okay, and Groovy did not end. The whole thing did not end there. He kept on like pushing. He wanted to know what the main situation was, like what the real issue was. And then Beauty was now telling him that he was being uptight at the game, that she doesn't understand why he was being uptight. He was not like, that's the only dare that they gave him now. Like, how can she be saying that he was being uptight when he was just given only one dare? That's the only thing that he refused.
I just felt like in that game you were being uptight.
It was only one. That was the only dare they gave me. That was the only dare they gave you now. And me, I said no. So that's because my own, like I said, in my own wisdom, I thought it best not to.
And that's okay.
I don't understand what's going on. Like, I don't know. Well, maybe from his own angle, he doesn't want that to be their. Maybe he doesn't want it to be their first kiss. He doesn't want that to be the foundation of what is most likely going to be a ship, or most likely going to be something. I don't know. That's the vibe that he was giving. But I'm like, it's just a game. It's a game. It's not that deep. It's not that personal. But you know, people see things differently. So I'm not even going to judge him for that. But this whole truth or dare of a thing, like if this is the first truth or dare and then everybody's refusing to do everything that you're telling them to do because of, I don't know, I don't think it's going to be possible later on in the game. It's literally this first week that people are able to do truth or dare, when everybody's not caught what they call it, coupled up. Once people are coupled up, any truth or dare you do at that time is going to cause problem. Before you say somebody should go and check on somebody, and then the other person will be looking at the person like, what's happening? So I don't know, Sha, let's just see the kind of vibe or the kind of energy or the kind of entertainment they are going to give us, like, you know, moving forward. Then for the Banana Island house, they also played a game. I wasn't able to really follow up on that because obviously I was on this other side. But if that, you know, a lot of things happen and I'm able to gather the gist, I'll put it together and then also give you guys the gist. We'll see how today goes. We'll see how the head of house game goes. I'm actually very curious to see whether they're going to play it together or everybody will play in their own side. So let's see. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye. I love you.